Top of the morning to you guys. So we actually tried to start a live video earlier, but right when I started, I go, "Hey, how's it going?" It totally cut off. Bad connection. But we're back on. We're live. It's all good. Okay, so real quick, my name's Trevor. For those of you that don't know us and follow our fan page, this is my boy Manny Cortez, one of my dearest friends. What's up, man? How are you, bro? Good to see you. Okay. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about eliminating temptation, right, and then getting rid of any sugar cravings you guys have. But before that, we just want to make our mission clear that our goal with what we have going on here is to make Corona one of the healthiest places to live. And by doing that, we're going to make sure that everyone who lives in Corona is the healthiest versions of themselves, right? So if you guys are watching this video and you're getting a lot of value out of it and you feel that someone else could do the same, then don't be afraid to like it, give it the thumbs up, give it the love sign, show them the love sign, there you go. You can give it a wow, like right, you can give it the ha-ha, even if there's some funny moments in there, right? Whatever you do, no angry. No angry face, right? And then feel free to share as well. So, yeah, you know what? The past few weeks, it kind of seems like that's been the theme in the gym, where people are still struggling with, temptations and sugar cravings and this and that. So I thought it was a perfect time to kind of go over it and tell you what myself personally and Manny as well do to deal with those kind of temptations, right? So, okay, so Manny, so as far as, temptations that you struggle with or any kind of cravings, like what do you struggle with and what do you do to deal with those cravings and to work around them? That way you're still working towards your goals and what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, Trevor, I don't have temptations. I'm a coach, business owner.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right.
I'm Jack. I don't have no temptations whatsoever.
That's right, you're a robot, I'm sorry.
No, we actually have very bad temptations. So the reason why we started doing this video, because a lot of people tell us what they go through, they have a lot of temptations, right? And I myself have the biggest sweet tooth, right? Is it a little bit or a lot?
He's like King Gelato, if you guys are familiar with gelato ice cream.
I have this sports thing when it comes to it. Yeah, I love gelato, guys. So, yeah, hey, how can I love gelato? It's better than ice cream, right? Better ingredients. So I try to justify it, but I do have a biggest sweet tooth. I have that, plus we also were talking about coffee. I know everyone's like, oh man, coffee, don't even touch coffee. But yeah, coffee is another thing that for some people like myself, I can metabolize coffee, so it just affects me differently. And when I have something I like, I just want to have more and more and more. So I have an addictive personality. So for me, personally, coffee is not the best thing, even though I love it. I feel like I need it for work. I need to do all these things. So that's another thing we're going to talk about. But the first one is, I guess, sweet tooth. How to eliminate sweet tooth. There's one way which most of you guys are not going to like, and then the other way is a little bit simpler, right? The first one is eliminate sugar completely from your life. So at least try it for at least, do a 21-day challenge where you just don't have sugar. And that one, even though it seems crazy, that's the one that's going to help you the most, because if you eliminate sugar and you don't have it, it makes it so much easier to not have it. I don't know, it's crazy, right? This doesn't make sense, but it does make sense, right? You just eliminate sugar, and it's going to be easier. Your mind's not going to want it. Your body's not going to want it. So it's going to be easier to say no to sugar. Why? Because like we talked about it before, you need to have a specific why you're doing it. The reason why you're doing stopping eating sugar, because you want to get to the goal you want to get to. Whatever that goal is, the health goal. Maybe your doctor say you got to do these things in order for you to not die, get a heart attack, whatever that is. You got to make sure that you find out the reason why you're doing it. And once you know why you're doing it, like I had to get the reason why I was doing it, that will help you with everything else. So I did that, and actually everyone thought I was going to last more than 2 weeks, maybe a week. But I lasted for 6 months?
It was amazing.
Yeah,
World
6
record.
months. So 6 months, and that actually taught me how to appreciate things in life, when it comes to having a little dessert, even a fruit. Once you have you stop drinking sugar, fruit will taste like a dessert. Just a little piece of let's say ice cream or whatever dessert you want. You need a little piece, and you'll feel like you had a big old slice, a whole pie, because you're gonna appreciate it that much. I think Cameron, one of the nutrition guys that we had here in the seminar, said our bodies are not used to. Back in the days, they're not used to all these new foods that we have now. So our taste buds don't understand how it is to taste. They're programmed, right? So So we have to pre-program how taste buds, how things taste now. So by eating all this sugar, all this stuff, and you're always having that stuff, you always want more. It's because it's why they design foods now is to want you to crave it more. That's the way it is. It's genetically made that way. It's crazy. Actually, one of our mentors was talking about how I was talking to a scientist or some guy that actually Doritos, how they put ingredients there so your body will crave it. It's like scientifically made.
Tantalize your taste buds just enough so you reach for more.
Yeah, so you guys.
Engineer from Doritos told them that. That's how they engineer the chip.
Yeah, so I don't know if we could say this stuff, but we already said it. So
I mean, no, that's not what he told me. No, he did.
So, yeah, guys, you guys are going against billions, trillions of dollar industries that are actually doing this stuff so you could want it more. There's commercials. There's always in your face ads, right? So, and it's delicious, and it's made for you guys to want it. So I know how it feels. So the number one thing is cutting sugar out of your life. Obviously, just try it out, see how it feels, and then you reintroduce fruits and other things, and you will be able to appreciate and enjoy those things, right? So that's number one thing that I think you should do. That's just my personal opinion that has worked for others and me, myself. You're gonna see your body fat dropping, your weight dropping, and all these things. Just by doing that, I dropped like, I want to say like 10, 15 pounds just by cutting sugar.
Lean and mean.
Yeah, just by cutting sugar. It's crazy.
Just by good, by the way.
No, I'm good. So that was my takeaway. What do you think, Trevor?
So yeah, so touching on what Manny said, right? Like obviously when someone comes in, we're trying to get from point A to point B, right? So the point B is like the ideal outcome we want to produce, right? So in order to get to point A to point B, we have to be willing to make a few changes and sacrifices along the way, right? So to give up any temporary satisfying pleasures that aren't going to add any value to where you're trying to get or benefit you in any way, because obviously we know sugar isn't going to help us get the six-pack we want, or isn't going to help lead to a healthier life, right? So obviously we want to change, so that means we have to make changes. We want to look and feel differently, that we're going to have to do things different, right? Something's got to give, right? So like on the sugar thing, like yeah, sugar probably by far one of the scariest things on the planet, right? I mean, it's just, I think it's similar properties to like meth, right? Pretty much, like it's just so physically addicting. So when people come in, a lot of times, is the reality is they're struggling with these physical addictions, right? They're addicts, right? And we're all guilty of this from time to time, right? Where we just crave the sugar, right? But the more you have something, like he said, the more you want it, right? The less you have it, the less you want it, right? So what happens is you get that craving, whatever it may be, whether it's candy, soda, ice cream, chocolate, gelato, right? You get that craving, you're like, oh man, I want to have it, right? And then you have it, and your brain releases that dopamine, and you feel satisfied. You're like, oh, okay, cool. And it's only a matter of time before you get that craving again, right? So the less you have it, the less you want it, right? So, I mean, there's more gyms than ever nowadays, but obesity is still going up. So what's the cause? I mean, sugar. It's just crazy. It's just we have access to it, and it's in more things than we know, right? But at the end of the day, we still have control of what goes into our mouth. So that's how we know, yes, it's physically addicting, right? So this is how the sugar ties into eliminating temptations, right? Because the more you have access to something, the more you're going to want it, right? So, if it's there in front of you, in all aspects, whether it's food, sugar, even sex, right? If you have access to it, the more you have it, the more you're going to want it, right?
Yes.
We're just being real, transparent right now. I don't want to drop that example, but it came to mind, so I thought
it was PG rated.
No, PG's fine. Sports sex, right? We're all adults here, they're always right. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. Anyway, so like I had a conversation with Narissa this morning, so I hope you're watching this, Narissa, right? So her struggle is chips, right? She's like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I just can't give up the chips, right? And obviously we know that, it being a salty food, yes, you're going to want it more and more, right? And there's ingredients in that thing. I guarantee if you flip over the bag of chips and look at the ingredients, there's probably 20 different ingredients in that, right? 15 of those you can't pronounce. So also too, whatever you put in your body, whatever it doesn't recognize, it just gets stored in the fat cells. It doesn't know what to do with it. So that's when it becomes addicting too. So, but I told her, I said, look, the problem is you're doing all these great things. You're coming to the gym. You eliminated a lot of this stuff from your life, but you still have access to it. So whether it's in your pantry, in your fridge, in the cabinets, in the drawers, it's still there. So when you do get that craving, you're gonna have it. So you have to get rid of having access to that stuff, right? So clean out the pantry, clean house, really. Clean out the cupboards, clean out the fridge. And think of anything that isn't going to benefit you and add value to where you're trying to get, right? Because those are just temporary satisfying pleasures. At the end of the day, you guys want to feel better physically. You guys want to feel better mentally. You guys want to do all that. So we know deep down that stuff's not going to add any value. So really it's just a matter of just eliminating that stuff, right? So for instance, like for example, this is so funny. So I had a craving the other day where I wanted some chocolate, right? And actually, I was at home with my mom, and I said, "Hey, Mom, do we have any chocolate, right?" And she goes, "No, I don't think we do." So I'm looking around, flipping open things, and I don't see any chocolate, right? What she did, I don't know if I told you this, but you know those like those tin containers where you buy and they have like popcorn in it. It has like 3 different popcorns, like the regular kettle, and then like the sweet kind. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like the tin with the 3 different popcorns, the cheddar popcorn, the regular. You usually buy them around the Christmas time.
I think I know what
He has no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, so what she did, once that was empty, she stored all her chocolate in there. So that because my mom loves chocolate, so she didn't want me to have any of it, right? So I didn't know that, so I'm looking around for the chocolate. I'm like, oh shoot, we don't have chocolate, right? So then my craving goes by, I don't have it, right? And she told me, by the way, she's like, I didn't tell you this, but I put all the chocolate in the tin. But it was disguised. I'm like, oh shoot. We should totally do that. You know, if you're trying to get rid of it, hey, have someone put it somewhere else. That way, you don't have access to it, right? Put it somewhere you're not going to see it, right? So whether it's chips, sugar, you know, whether it's soda, anything you struggle with, either get rid of it, because like I said, the more you have it, the more you're going to want it, right? So the less you have it, the less you're going to want it. Or, and then clean house. Like I said, also too, just simply drinking more water will help with those cravings, right? But yeah, so those are the things. It's just going to be a matter of cleaning house, and really after that, I think people are just holding you accountable too. Because like he said, you know, with the gelato, you know, he'll want it, but you know, if we got a photo shoot or something like that coming up, Manny, no gelato for now, man. We got 2 more weeks. You see what I'm saying? So having that accountability also helps too. So really, not just the accountability, but the support as well. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Sure.
that's the big thing for as far as sugar cravings go. But yeah, so drink more water, okay, and eliminate any temptation. So whether, like I said, the more you have access to it, the more you're going to want it, and you're going to fall and then sabotage all your goals. So just get rid of that. Wouldn't you agree with cleaning out the pantry, cleaning out the fridge, cleaning out with that?
Yeah, because it's true. Like you said, Doritos, right? Marisa had a problem with Doritos, right? And she, in order to have Doritos, you have to physically go buy the Doritos and have them in your house, or someone brings them to you. So that's where accountability. Your family member, whoever's living with you, or your significant other, you need to let them know, because sometimes I don't want to hear, oh, he brought me this, oh, she brought me this, because they know they love you and they want to give you the things you want, right? But you're kind of, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have this, but you will have it because you love it so much, right? So you got to make sure they say, don't buy me this, please. I want to try to get, this is the goals I want, so that you have that kind of leader with, okay, I won't do it, but at the same time, because I had this before, when you tell them that, you have to follow through. They'll be like, oh, where is it at? Oh, you go buy me this, and make them feel guilty and confuse them? Because then you confuse a person by saying, oh, I don't want this, but I want it, but I don't want it. And then you're like, okay, what do I do? You know, you got to make sure you also listen to them. You hold yourself accountable to those things. So have an accountability partner. Do not buy the stuff, because you're an adult. It's not like you're a 17-year-old, 5-year-old kid that you're like, whatever your parents bring is what you eat. You are the ones that that buy the stuff. So do not buy it, because it'll make it simpler for you to be able to keep up with your meal plans. Another thing is to buy the right food, so you feel satisfied and you actually feel good, and you are eating the right. You're giving the body the nutrients that it needs. So therefore, you're not gonna want the other things, because the other things not gonna taste as good, because you're eating good food. And that's when the cravings and the other stuff will fall into place.
Yeah, and you know what? He mentioned kids, and it made me think of something, because when I sit down with someone and I say, okay, this is what we're going to eliminate, this is what we're going to get rid of, and they agree, right? And they're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. But the reason why I can't is because of my kids. And it's like, what? So we just agreed that, obviously it's bad for you. It's taking years off your life. It's not going to add any value to what we're trying to get. So you're not going to have it, but you're still going to give that stuff to your kids? What? That doesn't make any sense. So we know it's bad, so why would we give it to them? But I think the backlash, the reason why they don't want to at first, because the kids are going to be unhappy. Well, of course, because we just agreed that stuff is physically addicting. So the kids, they have a physical addiction as well, not only you, but them too. So, you eliminating that stuff and then, adding something that is going to benefit them, eventually they're going to get rid of the cravings and not going to crave it. How's it going, guys? Good, thank you. Yeah. So getting rid of that stuff is going to be crucial for their health long term and longevity as well. So like I said, don't be afraid to, get rid of that stuff first. They might hate you at first, but down the road, they're going to love you later because, of the great health that they're living. So that's also a big thing. Like parents, they don't want to do it because of the kids. Well, you're actually benefiting the kids. You're adding more value to their life as well. So not only yours, but them too. And at the end of the day, you guys are all about your kids, right? So do it for them too. But so like you said, eliminate the temptation, drink more water, add accountability, and add support with the people around you, okay? And then that will be the best thing to get rid of those cravings and eliminate the temptations to ensure you guys reaching your goals, much faster and much more efficiently. So now those are our tips for now. In the meantime, we'll do a video tomorrow. You're going to be gone though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to be gone for the day? Yeah. Okay, so maybe I'll have him, hopefully, maybe do one from the beach. You're going to be at the beach?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I'll do one as well. But that's it for now. In the meantime, hope you guys like this. Like I said, don't forget to like, love, share, haha. What was the other one? Oh, wow. But no angry ones. No angry ones, okay, please. Unless I made you angry for whatever reason, then okay, it's okay. But also, too, in the meantime, if you guys are watching this and you haven't liked our fan page, go ahead and do so. Oh, by the way, in our next challenge will begin the beginning of April, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, if you guys want to come in and check us out, feel free to visit unleashstrength.com. Drop your information, and I'll reach out to you to set up a free week trial so you guys can come in and then start working towards a healthier you as well. So with that said, I think that's it for now. Manny, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. By the way, make sure you guys share this. So if you see this was helpful for you guys, share it with someone else. Share it with the world. We want to make sure we could help as many people as we can. So we want to be help people in Corona, Inland Empire, Southern California. We don't want to be keep this stuff to ourselves. We want to help as many people. Like we have so many success with our own clients. We want to have it with everyone. Share it with everyone else, right? So please share it, guys. We will love you. And anything else?
No, I think that's it. And like I said, I'll go ahead. You can visit unleashstrength.com, or you know what? Better yet, I'll just post the link in the comments below so you can check it out there. But with that said, we love you guys. Conquer your Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.